Hey, what's up, guys? So, quick video here on swollen lug nuts. So, as many of y'all know, a lot of these manufacturers, they buy these lug nuts, or whoever they get them from, produce them or whatever. They have these stupid caps on them, and over time what happens is they end up swelling up. Now, that does present a problem because for the common consumer, what happens is you're on the side of the road trying to change out a flat tire, and your lug wrench doesn't fit on here anymore, or it barely fits on there, it gets stuck, and you still got 5, 6, 8 more lugs to pull off, and what happens is that just causes problems for you. And then if it doesn't fit, then you're going to be SOL. So my recommendation is, one, get you one-piece lug nuts first off. Replace those. Now what this does is you're not going to have that issue of where it swells up anymore, in comparison to the old style. Now these aren't from the same vehicle. I actually bought these for my GMC CM14 by 1.5. I think these are off of a Ford or a Nissan. I can't remember. But I do end up keeping these just in case. So picked up a set of these Yekepro made in China flip sockets. Comes in this little case. Now this set normally runs about, I think I paid with a coupon code $32 for it. Obviously a cheap investment. Now there are other brands out there that you can get. I just went with a budget friendly one. So there's your model number right there. It's a 7-piece set, 1/2-inch drive. Comes in this blow molded case with metal hinge on there. It's got a little metal clasp on there. So there's your sockets right there. You got 17, 17.5, 19, 19.5, 19 to 21, 21 to 21.5, and 22 to 22.5. And then you get a 3-inch extension, and then you get this pin right here, so that way if your lug nut gets stuck on there, or your extension or whatever, you can take that pin and drive it out with a hammer. So it's a complete set. I'm not paid sponsor or anything. I wanted something that I'm gonna throw either in the car, my mobile bag, and just have it. Now it does have these plastic sleeves on there on the outside to help protect the wheels as you're taking them off. So, and then it's got a decent weight to it overall. So what you do, it's you put your extension in there if you want to use this side. If you don't, you pull it out and you flip it to the other side, and you're able to get in there. So so right now, here's that lug nut. So let's get onto the 22 side. So as you can see, since this lug nut's swollen, it's got a hard time going in there pretty smoothly. And then what ends up happening is you're trying to take it off the vehicle, you jam it in there, you spin it off, obviously, and then now it's stuck on there. If you're on the side of the road, you're going to be throwing this on the ground, trying to get that lug nut off so that way you can get to the next one. Whereas opposed to now you have that 22.5, it fits on there nice, still nice and snug, but you're able to take it off. And as you can see, where it kind of goes up right there, that's what ends up happening across all the sides eventually over time. Why they made this design, I have no idea. Don't ask me, ask the engineers. And in worst case, I've seen where the cap has loosened up and it spins, and that's even the worst case scenario, because now, you know, this cap's stuck on there with this lip, but it spins on there, so because it's swollen up so much. Now if you get the one-piece design, you're not going to have that issue in the future or whatever. Obviously, if you set it to the 22.5 side, it is loose, so you don't want to necessarily use that side on these newer ones. So make sure you use the correct side. But yeah, all right. I just wanted to show this to y'all as an option. If you're in the market for one, I'm gonna test it out later, and I'll post a video with that, so that way y'all can see it in action. And all right, guys, happy tool hunting. So I bought these bags from Amazon, and it comes in a 2-pack. They're called wheel lock key bags or whatever, or storage light bags. Dimensions on them are about 5.5 inches by 6 3/4. So it comes with 2 of them. And what I plan on doing is, so I'm gonna obviously stick my wheel lock key in there, but I also purchased a set of M14 by 1.5 lug nuts, and they're open-ended, so that way when I put the spare tire on there, I'll use these lug nuts as opposed to the regular ones. And the reason I'm going to do that is so that way I can just, 1, differentiate, and 2, I have an extra set in there just in case, for whatever reason. So now I wish the bag was about half the size, because with the lug nuts in there, and let's say the key, I'll probably use about that much space. So, but the good thing about this is, if you want to put one of these, let's say, flip sockets in there and an extension, you got plenty of room to do so. So there you go, little option for y'all. All right, so here's our flip socket. Got the 22 on one side, 22.5 on the other. It is a snug fit. Flip it over to the 22.5. Goes on very easily, not a lot of play. Same thing up here. We'll try different ones. That one's not too bad. This one, not even. But so I got a new lug here. We'll test that out. So you can see it's starting to swell up. Get our new lug on there. Okay, got it over to the 22. And then we're gonna end up replacing all these. Okay, got it over to the 22. Yeah, I mean, good for these kind of wheels too, non-marring. You don't tear up your wheels, don't scratch it up. Fits in there, no issues. It's plenty of clearance. It is
pretty good in terms of the thickness of it, so still a good weight on there too.